All right. Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Ryan here with another top 100 prospect list today. We're going to be breaking down Keith Law from the Athletic. He's their top minor league writer. His top 100 list, similar to last week with Baseball America. We're going to go through the list, 100 all the way up to number 1. I'm going to give you my opinion. We're going to look at some guys because I think there's already, I'm looking at number 100 right now, and this is already a new guy. So we're going to be looking up players as we go. Probably going to be a pretty long video again. I'm going to try to make it shorter. I don't have too long today. I have about 2 hours to do this live, and then I got to get off. I got to jump on a work call. But yeah, we're going to go through it pretty quick today. Again, this is a live stream, so we're going to have some interaction with the chat. Not a ton while we're going through all the players. At the end, we'll do a Q&A as always, or as we did last week. But yeah, let's jump into it pretty quick here. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments what you think of Keith Law's top 100 prospect list as we jump into this. Who knows? The last one from Baseball America was pretty crazy in my opinion. We'll see how this one is. Hopefully a little bit better. Hey, what up, Mark? This list's wild. Dude, I'm excited. I'm excited. Just looking at the top 10, expected some crazy stuff. What's up, Barocks? All right. Let's get into this, everybody. Where are we at? Yep, Alex Ramirez, outfielder for the New York Mets. Again, I don't know everyone, you guys, so we're going to be looking up guys as we go. This is someone I have never heard of. 6'3", 170 outfielder, 18 years old. Looks like he played at St. Lucie, low A for the Mets last year. 258 with a 326 on base percentage, 710 OPS, 5 home runs, 16 stolen bases, 104 strikeouts in 76 games. I mean, 18 years old is young, but I don't know. That's not very impressive for the first one. That's not very impressive for the top 100. If Andy Pages isn't in this one, or Andy Pages is not in this top 100, and this kid is, I'm going to throw a fit. All right, 99, Jordan Groshans. I like Jordan Groshans. I actually have him ranked a lot higher than this. I don't even have to look into him too much. Really solid hitter. Initially, 2018, I thought he was the best bat in the 2018 draft. As soon as it happened, falling down a little bit. I still think his ceiling is there, though. He has never struggled in the minor leagues. I think he ended up hitting like 290 last year after coming off an injury in like 2019 and then the year off. I think he did pretty well last year, so we'll see. Plus, the Blue Jays is a great organization to be in. He's going to have a lot of protection in the lineup when he does get there. Might see him this year. Maybe towards the end of the year. All depends how he progresses. 98, Eddie Leonard. Okay, we actually looked at him last video from a suggestion. He's solid. All right, computer. Let's go faster. There we go. Yes, this guy's solid. He's only 21 years old. He looks gigantic from his picture, by the way. Bold putting him in the top 100 right now. Dude, seriously, though. That's nuts. Absolutely insane. Eddie Leonard, though, is solid. He did really well last year. He's 20 years old, so he's still young, but he only played in low A and high A last year. Hit 297, 390 on base percentage, 929 OPS, 22 home runs. He had an impressive year. I don't hate him being in the top 100 at all with Eddie Leonard. I actually like it. This is someone that he's earned a spot in the top 100, if you ask me. Especially at his age, still young. Drew Romo, Colorado Rockies. I actually don't hate this one. I do not hate this one at all. This is someone that was super sneaky out of the 2020 draft. I felt like every pack I opened, every break I watched, there's always a Drew Romo auto, and it was just like, Drew Romo. I was like, okay. Kind of like in 2017, Cooper Kupp, and now Cooper Kupp's a star. This dude had a pretty good little year for his first year at pro ball at 19 years old. Played in low A only last year. I wish they would have brought him up, to be honest, because he did do well. He hit 314. On base percentage wasn't all there. Power wasn't all there either. He hit 6 home runs, 17 doubles. Stole 23 bags, which is sick for my catcher. Like, that's impressive. Top 100 is probably a stretch, but he did look pretty good. Like, surprisingly good. I don't know if I would have him in my top 100, though. All right, Aiden, I will check that out a little bit later. I'm definitely interested. I don't know if I actually have the funds currently, but I am interested in it. 96, Jose Miranda. Love it. Absolutely earned his spot this year. We looked into we talked about Jose Miranda for a little while last stream, but no, he earned it this year. For whatever reason, I mean, he's always been an okay offensive hitter, but he figured it out last year. Absolutely figured it out. Raked. I like that. 96 is fine for me. Honestly, he might be a little bit higher. Same with Oswald Peraza. Like, 95 seems kind of low to me. Oswald Peraza, super solid prospect. And, you know, for me, he plugs perfectly for the Yankees. I actually think he's going to be a good trade piece for this team. But he's a good player. 297 in, I mean, he played in high A, double A, and triple A last year. Triple A not so much, but majority of the season in double A, hit 295, 350 on base percentage, 815 OPS, had 12 home runs. Just a good player. Like, I like that at all. Or I like that a lot. I think completely deserving. Romo definitely a dude to keep an eye on. Yeah, for sure. 100% surprising. Curtis Mead. Okay. This is his name is triggering something in my brain right now, and I cannot think of this dude right now. 6'2", 171, third baseman, second baseman, first baseman. Who are you? There's like no info on him. That's weird. Okay, so he's been around for a while now. Last year he played low A, high A, and triple A. Weird. 321, 378 on base percentage, 911 OPS, 15 home runs. Yeah, I had a feeling the majority of his damage was going to be in low A at 20 years old. Little old for low A, but good numbers down there. When he went up to high A, up to high A, 282 batting average, 814 OPS, 7 home runs. Not bad, but I don't think that I would have him on my top 100. That's seems like there's better guys there. Nick Gonzalez at 93. Why? I'm actually interested. I should probably be reading some of these paragraphs he put in as to why he ranked them this way. I am confused on this. Like, Nick Gonzalez for me is like a top 50 guy. Nick Gonzalez, he's just good. Like, we don't have to go too much into him. Everyone knows Nick Gonzalez's potential. He's never been bad. He just has always been great. Through college, one of the best offensive players his whole time in college, and then really good first year. I wish they had moved him up faster. Dustin Harris, first baseman. Dustin Harris. Rangers. All right. First baseman, third baseman, 11th rounder from 2019. I love to see that. All right. What did he do last year? Probably had a big year. 2021, played low A and high A. He's 21 years old, so not that impressive as far as his age goes and compared to the competition he's probably playing. 327, though, 401 on base percentage, 943 OPS, 20 home runs. Okay, I like it. Again, I don't know if I would have him in my top 100. It looks like he's never been bad, though. It seems like the whole time he's been in the pros, he has pretty much raked. 326 batting average. I don't hate it. This is definitely someone to keep on my radar. And someone I actually haven't been tracking at all. That Rangers organization's stacked. So I'm actually curious. Where does the Rangers have him from the pipeline? I'm just curious in their top 30. Number 17. So definitely a lower key guy. I like it. Dude, yeah, Dustin Harris seems legit. I'm cool with that. The paragraphs are only confusing more, I promise. All right, I'm not gonna read the paragraphs. I like that though. That's cool. He definitely seems deserving. Dude rakes. 22 years old now. Like to see him get into higher level competition. Mick Abel at 91, I'm cool with. Baseball America put him in the top 50 or number 51, I think it was. Absolutely insane. Can you move your picture to the other side of the screen? Oh, yeah. Let me do that really quick, actually. I know that was annoying last time. Let me throw this over. All right. Yeah, my bad. I'm hoping Maximo Acosta is in top 100. I don't think he's going to be. We'll see. He's a little disappointing this year. But Mick Abel, anyways, 20 years old. He has the stuff. First rounder in 2020. He has all the stuff in the world to be an absolute star. I actually really like Andrew Painter too, who they drafted this year. Them two could be a nasty one too if they pan out. He has all the stuff. He kind of sucked his first year though, Mick Abel, to be honest. Like, so I'm fine at 91, but top 50 from Baseball America was insane. Asa Lacy, 90's fair. How did he end up? I know he was going up and down with his command issues this past year. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest. 41 walks in 52 innings. 5.1 ERA in high A. Coming out of the draft, I loved Asa Lacy, but it's all based on his control, and his control has always been an issue. Like, even in college, he had 43 walks in 88 innings. Like, that can't happen. There's a lot of red flags there. His ability to strike people out and make people miss is definitely there. Maybe they even make him into like a bullpen arm because of that. Because like 52 innings, 79 strikeouts, like the dude can pitch. He just can't throw strikes consistently. I'm okay with 90 just because his upside is there, but it is pushing it. 89, Kevin Smith. So this is someone I've been actually tracking for a while. I think he was in 2017 Bowman Chrome or Bowman Draft. He's actually a good hitter. I don't think his ceiling's going to be crazy. Like I said, he is 25 years old. I don't think he's going to be someone like Aaron Judge who comes in at 25 years old and just absolutely dominates. But he's a good hitter. And I do think he could contribute to the Blue Jays. I just don't see him being like an everyday starter. Like maybe like an 7 or 8 hole type hitter. But I don't see him ever being like a star. I don't like him in the top 100 at all, especially at his age. 285 in AAA last year, 370 on base percentage, 930 OPS, 21 home runs. Like, he's a good hitter. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the upside is there with Kevin Smith. Sal Frelick, Brewers. I like this. I would have him even higher, to be honest. His size is a little bit concerning, but he definitely plays above his size. Sal Frelick, definitely the best performer from the 2021 draft in his first, 30 games? Yeah, 35 games, absolutely raked. Like, completely raked. Does a little bit of everything, too. Steals bases. He made, like, crazy web gems in the outfield. Like, I like Sal Frelick a lot. Similar to, like, Khalil Watson. I like everything about them except for their size, which, I mean, there's players nowadays that are succeeding at those smaller sizes. We'll see. I like Sal Frelick, though. Brandon Pfaadt. Okay. So this is a Diamondbacks pitcher. He was in the 2020 draft. He actually did really well last year. He was someone that I was tracking a lot better than, say, like, oh gosh, how do you spell his name? He was someone that I was tracking a lot higher than Ryan Nelson, who actually did really well. He was on Baseball America's top 100 list. Maybe we'll see him on this one too. Yeah, Kevin Smith getting ranked was crazy. But 2021, Brandon Pfaadt, his first year in the minors, he was, a 5th rounder? Yeah, 5th rounder for the D-backs. He did really well. 3.21 ERA. He pitched at low A, high A, and had a couple starts at double A. Got hit up at double A, which I think was expected moving him up so quickly. But for 6 starts, under 5 ERA, getting moved up that quickly, like I don't hate it. But he dominated high A specifically. 9 starts, 2.48 ERA, 58 innings, only 14 walks. Like, very good control. Only 28 walks and 131 innings. Like, love the durability, love the low walk rate. Like, that is what you want to see. He had 160 strikeouts too in 130 innings. So really good year. I honestly, I probably wouldn't have him in my top 100, but he had a good first year. We'll see how he does. I hope he pans out. Brian Bello. Am I thinking of the right guy right now? Why is this guy in the top 100? Might be thinking of a different person. Starting pitcher. I'm just trying to think of his baseball card right now. Hold on. Make sure we're thinking of the right guy. Like, it was... No? Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different person. I don't know who I was thinking of. Anyways, 2021, he's 22 years old in high A and double A this year. 15 starts at double A, 4.66 ERA, 63 innings pitched, 87 strikeouts. So he does have the ability to make people miss. I don't know. He had a lot of strikeouts, 95 innings, 132 strikeouts, but no thank you. He would not be in my top 100, that's for sure. Bryce Terang, Milwaukee Brewers. I don't hate him at the bottom of the top 100. He's just someone that hasn't really turned out a little bit. He started off this year hot. I remember this. This is someone that I do follow a little bit because I'm like, the Brewers farm system's terrible, so I just root for what they do have. But no, he just hasn't turned out. Like, yeah, 258, 348 on base percentage, 709 OPS. Only, 6 home runs is whatever for an infielder in the minor leagues. Stole 20 bags like that, but, no. I don't know. I don't hate him at the bottom of the top 100, but he's getting to the point now where I don't think I'd have him in my top 100. He's 22 years old now and just really hasn't gotten much better. Dre Jamison for the D-backs. This is a pitcher I'm actually not tracking to, and I'm a D-backs fan. Is he older? Okay, he's older. 2019 draft, first rounder. What the heck? Why am I not tracking him, this dude? He is older, but first rounder. Huh. I agree. Way too many pitchers so far. That's my first thing that's going on my mind so far. Just why is there so many pitchers on this list already? It's ridiculous. That's why I truly don't think they should be on the same list. I just don't. I don't like it at all. But all right, 2021, 3.98 ERA between high A and double A. This dude is crazy. Why is he in the top 100? Like, this dude not that good. His K rate's high, though. I will give him that. 110 innings, 145 strikeouts is nice. But come on. No. He's 24 years old now. Like, no. He's still at least another year or two away. 4 ERA and double A at 23 years old. Crazy. Roansy Contreras. I like Roansy. He's a good arm. He got brought up at the very end of the year last year. I don't think he gave up a run in his start, but he's solid. I like him. 83 is fine for me. I do think he has a very high upside, so I don't hate that. Kyle Harrison. Oops. Giants. Who are you? There's so many random people getting thrown on the list this year. I don't know. Baseball America had this guy, and I don't get it, I guess. Strikeout rate's crazy. Strikeout rate is nuts on Kyle Harrison, but he's an older dude. Like, you expect someone that is like a year older than most of their competition to go in and dominate in low A. 98 innings, 157 strikeouts is crazy, though. I'll give him that. I don't hate him in the top 100, but can we get like a hitter? Oh my gosh. More pitchers. This is insane to me. That's crazy to me. A good K rate or good K per 9 equals top 100 prospect. Apparently so. Kyle Harrison's K rate is really impressive, though. I will say that. DL Hall at 81. I would have him higher. I don't rank DL Hall around these guys. Like, I think Roansy and DL Hall are much better than all these other pitchers that we've talked about so far. DL Hall is one of my favorite lefties in the minor leagues, if not my favorite lefty arm. I think he's super good, very talented. He got hurt last year, which sucks, so hopefully he can come back from that. Shea Langoliers at 80. I'm fine with it. I can't remember where I ranked Shea Langoliers. I had him in my top 100 just because his catching ability is second to none. He's so good defensively, and I've said it before, like, there's a chance because of his defensive ability, like, he could have the longest career out of anyone in the top 100 just because he's that good at defense. And if he can hit for power on top of that, like, the dude hit like 22 home runs last year, I think it was. Like, the dude's good. Just batting average is never going to be all there for him. But like when I'm comparing these two, like, I'm going to have Shea Langoliers probably above Joey Bart. Joey Bart's a year older. I would say defensibility, I give the edge to Shea Langoliers. Offensibility, I would give it to Joey Bart, but with Shea Langoliers' power creeping up last year, I don't know. They're pretty similar to me. Like, I don't think Joey Bart's going to be this crazy offensive threat either. Like, I don't know. I don't like Joey Bart. I don't know. Just the longer, it feels like he's been in the minor leagues forever now. He got drafted in 2019, so it really hasn't been that long. But it's just, I don't know. He's getting up there in age now. Posey retiring helps out Bart a lot. Jason Dominguez a 78, I'm fine with. Honestly, though, like, I've been putting a lot of thought into Jason Dominguez. I think he might still crack my top 50 if I was to make a list, though. Just because of how young he is. Like, he just turned 19, didn't he? Is he even 19 yet? No. Okay, he's about to turn 19. Like, he's still young. 18-year-old season in low A. Like, I expected more, but I didn't hate it. Like, I didn't hate it. Obviously, the athletic ability still there. Freaky athlete. Maybe not in my top 50, but 78's fine. Leover Peguera. I don't get the hype on Leover Peguera. I just don't. Irrelevant to your agenda today, but what's up with Harry Ford having no black, yellow, aqua, purple, blue, or refractor autos? Is that a thing? I was not aware of that, actually. No way. What's up, everyone? How's it going, you guys? All these pictures and Benny Montgomery won't make the list. Probably not. I'm sure Andy Pages won't either. And I'll be pissed because of that. Okay. Leover Peguero. I don't get this one. He definitely has upside to him, but he's 21 now. And he's only played at high A at 20 years old. 270, 330 on base percentage, 776 OPS, 14 home runs. Like, I just don't get it. I really don't. He stole 28 bags, which I love that. But to have a 330 on base percentage in high A at 20 years old, no, get out of my top 100. Yay! Someone put him in the top 100. Let's go. Someone put Andy Pages in the top 100. And we were talking about him in my last stream as there's no reason why he shouldn't be in the top 100. Like, what else does this dude have to do to get into the top 100? He's very solid. Batting average dropped this year compared to his average. Like, in 2019, he hit almost 300 with a 400 on base percentage. Moved up to high A, 265, which I will say he started off slow. 394 on base percentage, still 933 OPS. He had 31 home runs, 25 doubles. Like, I'm just happy someone put him in the top 100. I'm cool with that. I do think Andy Pages, I mean, his upside seems really high, like extremely high. Seems to have good plate discipline. I'm guessing he chases a little bit. Like, that's my only concern. Is it looks like he does chase a little bit with the batting average being a little bit lower, but like the dude clearly can destroy a baseball if it's left over the middle. Right, don't forget everyone lost a year of development in 2020. I agree, but it's still a thing, unfortunately. Ivan Herrera at 22 or at 75. I like Ivan Herrera. I don't think I like him as much as a lot of people. He definitely seems like a solid Cardinals prospect, but it just couldn't hit for average at all last year. And I know average isn't the end all be all for most people, but like if you're hitting 230 or under 230, like it's a thing at that point. Like if like Andy Pages, he hit 265. Like if you're just looking at that number, it's not great. But if he did everything else well, like I'm fine with that. But 229, 342 on base percentage is impressive for hitting 229. I will say that. He walked 60 times last year. Not bad. But only 746 OPS, and that's with 17 home runs. Outside of his 17 home runs, he only had 13 doubles. Like, ranked too high. Ranked too high, in my opinion. Ryan Nelson. All right. So this is another D-backs arm that, I think he deserves to be in top 100 now. I really do. But I put him in like the 90s, the bottom 10. Somewhere in the 90s. Gunnar Henderson. I don't know. 73 is okay. I wouldn't have him higher than 73, but I think I would personally have him lower just because he just has a lot of holes in his swing. He just has a lot of holes in his game. I know he's still young. He's only 20. Second rounder in 2019. Drafted behind Adley. But I don't know. someone cracking like the top 75 now. Like, I need to see better numbers. 17 home runs is great. 17 home runs is awesome, but like he sucked when he got moved up to high A. I don't even know why they put him in double A. Killed it in low A, but just was horrible. Was not good at all in high A. So too high for me. Too high for me in the top 75. Matt McClain. I'm salty about Matt McClain because he signed. The D-backs drafted him first overall in 2019. And he didn't sign, and now he is with the Reds, right? Yeah, he was with the Reds. D-backs drafted him 25th overall back in 2018, my bad, 2018. And then the Reds drafted him 17th overall. So I don't think him going to college was really worth it for, 8 draft picks. I don't know, because now you're a little bit older. He did okay in his first year. I will say that. He didn't play a lot. 31 games, hit 283 with a 389 on base percentage, 851 OPS, 3 home runs. Again, I don't love ranking these new players. I think it's probably a little high, specifically his age now at 22. Like, he went through college like fully, and at someone at 22 years old playing in high A, you expect to absolutely rake. Just didn't really do that in his debut, but again, small sample size. And just fast forward past the pictures. Mark Vientos. I like Mark Vientos, you guys. This guy, he is sneaky. I don't know if I like him in the top 100, but he's still young. He's only 22 years old, and he has a lot of power. He did good this year in AA and AAA. I think we're going to see him next year because he did do well in AAA, or at least pretty solid in AAA with his short amount of time there. But combined, 281 batting average, that's fine. 350 on base percentage, that's fine. It's not amazing, but it's fine. 933 OPS, 25 home runs. Like, Mark Vientos, he is going to have a spot in New York when he's ready. Like, he is. I like Mark Vientos. He's a big dude, too. He's 6'4", 185, so has a lot of room to grow. I like Mark Vientos. I think he's a low-key guy that could really turn out. I don't know if I'd have him in my top 71, but he's definitely someone under the radar, 100%. A lot of D-backs fans should be salty about him. I agree. Nothing like wasting a first-round draft pick. Elliot Ramos at 70. I'm cool with him at 70. I think I might even have him a little bit lower now because he has not completely turned out. He just has not really done it. The upside's there. He'll hit like a 450-foot home run when he does get into a baseball. Like, he won MVP for the Giants in spring training last year. Like, he was their best player in the organization. He's just inconsistent. That's the only thing that sucks. Like, I've been tracking him since he got drafted. Like, I was really high on him. I remember I pulled his autograph in Bowman's Best in 2017, and I was like, who is this guy? And I looked into him. I was like, okay, he's got upside. Like, I think I saw like his debut season. Yeah, in rookie ball. Like, absolutely went off in rookie ball. Like 348, 404, 1049 OPS. I was just like, okay, let's follow this guy. But as he's gone, he's just been inconsistent. He had a good year in 2019, which I did enjoy. But since he's got to AA and high A or AAA, it's just not super consistent. He did do better in AAA though. 272, low on base percentage, 722 OPS. I don't know. It's just not consistent yet. It sucks because I do think he's one of those guys that if he does pan out, he'll be dangerous. Ellie De La Cruz at 69. Yeah, this is someone that was on Baseball Top 100 as well, or Baseball America Top 100. I don't love it. I don't get why he's here. I just don't. Like, he's fine. But I don't know. I wouldn't have him in my top 100 either. He's kind of like layover Peguero in a sense. Like, solid batting average, but terrible on base percentage. At 19 years old in rookie ball in low A, like, I don't love a 336 on base percentage. 874 OPS was fine. 8 home runs is cool. 9 triples is nice, so he can run. Like, that's good. Doesn't look like he's the best stealer. Stole 10 bases, got thrown out 5 times. He just doesn't walk. 14 walks in 61 games. Like, I don't know. I don't think I have him in my top 100, let alone 69 is way too high. Jose Tena. I don't. It's another guy I'm not really tracking on. So one thing that's nice about all these new prospect lists this year, there's just so many people to track these days, especially with the new draft class. Like, crazy. Okay, so 5'10", 160. So he's a small kid, small dude. Shortstop, second baseman, third baseman. Looks like a utility type player. Indians organization, or Guardians, I should say. At what age do elite prospects usually get to the bigs? Super elite, 19. Super rare occasions, 18. Like Alex Rodriguez. Who else is 18? I know Griffey was 19. Juan Soto was 19. Yeah, like 19 to 22. If they debut before, 25 is like the max for me. Like if you get to 25, like Aaron Judge, if you get brought up at 25 and you're just absolutely like instantly one of the best players in MLB, like it's fine. But if they're not getting there before like 24 years old is what worries me. 23 is still young. If like you can plug yourself in and do really well. There's going to be a couple players this next year that are 23 years old that are going to be getting put in. Like Josh Young, I think someone that can fit in that category. I'm sure we'll talk about him later. It's just like, I think he's going to fit in and just do just fine at that age. But yeah, elite prospects, 19 to 21, in my opinion. 22 is good, but even 21 and under is like, wow, okay, this dude's legit. He was in 2021 Bowman. Okay, his name did look familiar. Okay, so what did he do, actually? So, high A last year, 107 games, 281, 331 on base percentage, 798 OPS, 16 home runs. I like the 16 home runs at 20 years old. Like, that's cool. That shows you have upside. But, again, just another guy with a low OPS in the top 100. I'm confused. Like, I know some of these stats aren't the end-all, be-all, but for what I look at in an elite prospect is I love on-base percentage and just... I don't know. If you have a 330 on base percentage in high A, are you gonna have a high on base percentage in the MLB? You can learn some things in the minor leagues. Definitely a couple things will click. Like look up Cody Bellinger's minor league numbers. It's just something clicked. Jose Miranda, something clicked. Campusano at 67. He's a offensive upside catcher. It is what it is. The Padres have had not so much success with those type of catchers. There hasn't really been a catcher in San Diego that's succeeded in a while. I know Austin Hedges stuck around for a while there just because he was good defensively, very good defensively, but we'll see. Campusano, like I said, the upside's there offensively, but I don't know. I'm just not sure if he'll do it in the pros. Bryson Stott, 66, I would have him higher. I really would. He is older, 24, like we said. He's at that spot where he has to plug and play. He has to do really well at his age, and I think he can. He has a good swing. He has good plate discipline, like 299 last year, 390 on base percentage. He had like 20 home runs or 15 home runs. What did he do last year, power-wise? He was really good, and he continued to be really well in the Arizona Fall League this year too. 16 home runs this year. Like he did a lot of things right last year, and then he carried it straight into the Fall League, which is a lot of people struggle in the Fall League, and absolutely just murk the baseball. 445 on base percentage. Love that. I do think Stott is good. I think he's going to be a good piece to protect Bryce Harper. O'Neal Cruz at 65. Okay. I like O'Neal Cruz at 65. I do. I like Cruz at 65. I hated him at 14 or whatever Baseball America put him at. Like, that was psychopathic stuff there. Great start to the list. Pitchers, older prospects, and not the right young guys. That's kind of how I feel so far. But O'Neal Cruz, he's good. I have a couple of his autographs. I showed my printing plate autograph of him out of like Leaf Valiant last year. Or not from last year, but from like 2018. He's a good prospect. He can hit. He can flat out hit. Last year in Double-A, which is all of his time was, 292 batting average, 346 on base percentage, 882 OPS, 12 home runs there. He ended up with 17 on the year. Crazy upside for power. Love that he's a 6'7" shortstop too. That's just fun. But again, plate discipline isn't all there. He only walked 28 times. And I mean, 28 times in 68 games is actually better than it sounds. So I don't hate that, but he's a good offensive piece. I hope he can do it in the pros. He did hit his first major league home run. He played one game, I believe it was. Or no, he played more than one game. He got brought up for like the last series. 2 games. 2 games, he did hit a home run. So definitely offensive upside with Cruz is nice. I like him at 65. Yuri Perez. Okay. And again, I do know of Yuri Perez. I just need to look up these guys' numbers. Baseball America had him in the top 100 as well. He's 18 years old. And again, I don't like ranking these guys that high when they're 18 and only have pitched at like low A and high A. Like any age pitcher, if you've only pitched in low A and high A, like unless you're Hunter Green, you throw 104 miles an hour. Again, I don't know how hard he throws, but I don't know. I don't like ranking him that high. He dominated in low A, 15 starts, 1.61 ERA, 56 innings pitched, 82 strikeouts. Did really well there, but I don't know. We'll see. Again, another pitcher I just don't think should be there yet. 6'8's awesome though. 6'8", 200 pounds, like big frame, hard to hit, a lot of downward angle. No hobby love for on-base percentage. I agree. You got to be able to do it all. For the hobby to really like you got to be able to do it all, and you definitely have to hit for power, which is a little unfortunate. What is happening with my computer right now? Okay, weird. Gerardo, okay. Anyways, Geraldo Perdomo, I don't like him at 63, to be honest, but a lot of people do like him at 63. A lot of people really high on him. As a D-backs fan, they just never pan out. D-backs prospects, like literally Paul Goldschmidt's like the only one ever. But he just sucked last year. Apparently he made a swing change, and after he did that, he did really well. So we'll see. I hope that carries in. He's definitely someone that had upside. Like he's always been one of those guys that looked like he could be the next shortstop for the D-backs, but we'll see. I don't like him at 63 personally. Miguel Vargas at 62 is way too low. Miguel Vargas is just so consistent. And right here, it just has his professional line, like his whole time in the minors. 316, 384, 480 slugging, like 15% career strikeout rate. He just does so many things well, and he hits for a lot of power. How many home runs did he have this year? Yeah, it must have had like 20-something home runs last year. 23 home runs last year at 21 years old, and that's playing majority of games at AA. 83 games in AA. Like Miguel Vargas is going to haunt my Diamondbacks for a very long time. Michael Harris at 61, I think it's fine. I would not have him ahead of Miguel Vargas, but Michael Harris is a good player. I like Michael Harris. He's super athletic. But I don't love him at 61 though. Like, I do think he's a good player. He had a solid year last year, but again, he's at 20 years old. High A is not bad. Just I don't know. It's fine. Just he's not consistently barreling up baseballs. 26 doubles is pretty good, but 798 OPS, don't love it. 362 on base percentage is fine. 294 batting average is good. Like good hitter. We'll see what he does. 61 might be a little high for me, though. Sam Bachman, this dude loves pitchers. Sam Bachman, I think, is a good pitcher. You think he's going to be a good pitcher. Again, tops 102 miles an hour. He throws gas. I can't remember. He was like the number 2 pitcher drafted in this draft class in 2021. But we'll see. Again, not someone I can have too much of an opinion yet. I think Cruz is going to make PNC look small. I agree. His power upside is insane. Mackenzie Gore at 59. Okay, I like Mackenzie Gore in the top 100 still. And with pitchers' age, it's less relevant, right? Like, I would say most pitchers debut at like 25 years old. Like, pitching takes time to develop. If you, like, just look at probably any pitcher in the major league. Shoot. Jacob deGrom didn't start until he was 27. Like, I like Mackenzie Gore. He's always had good stuff. He struggled last year. Like, he just did. Something was not right. I believe he finished the season a lot stronger, but he just wasn't good last year. He just wasn't. So we'll see. I still think he has the stuff, but I like him in the top 100. I'd probably drop a little lower than from 59 now, just because he did go into something's wrong with him right now. But stuff's still there. Taj Bradley, dude, I can't talk about pitchers any longer. This is like a depressing list to go through, everyone. Absolutely depressing. Hey, what's up, Matt? Hey, everyone that's come out to the live, I appreciate it. I hope everyone's having a great day. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Taj Bradley. Oh, we're at Baseball America. I mean, he did good. He did really well in 2021. 20 years old, pitched in low A and high A. Again, another pitcher that's only peaked at high A. I don't like him being ranked this high, but he dominated. 1.83 ERA, 103 innings pitched, 123 strikeouts. Like, absolutely dominated. 0.92 whip. Some really good numbers. So I don't hate the player. I don't love the ranking. I don't know. I'm just gonna get ready for more disappointment on these pitchers. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I get it. Pitchers should be ranked, but at this point, if you're gonna put this many pitchers, you should have your own list of pitching prospects. Just give the thumbs up or down when it comes to pitchers. Just good, bad. Seriously though, Quinn Priester, love Quinn Priester though. Like, I think I might have Quinn Priester in my top 50 now, to be honest. Like, he just is a very good pitcher. But again, it's another guy that hasn't really gone past high A. Tristan Casas, 56 is pretty low for me, to be honest. A lot of people have Tristan Casas in the top 20, top 30. 56 is pretty low. I definitely have Casas in my top 50 just because his offensive upside. The dude is an absolute moose. 6'4", 250. I think he has the most power in the minor leagues. Like, just look up some of his home runs. We're going to actually look up one of his home runs right now. We'll go to Twitter. Just absolute mammoth home runs. Like, it is ridiculous. Watch this. Oh. That's him in the Olympics. Going Oppo. Oppo Taco in the Olympics. But look at this. 472 feet. And again, Twitter's quality is not great, but look at how freaking crushed this baseball is. It is stupid. And that's not even the one I was thinking of, but that, like, landed up there somewhere. No, Mark tweeted that. Where's another one? Another Olympics home run. Like, he did pretty well. Where's the one I'm thinking of, though? He had one home run last year, was just, like, silly. Oh, here's one of them. Here's one of them right here. His power is ridiculous. Just dumb. I'm pretty sure this is the one that hits the Budweiser sign. Like, he had 2 home runs this game, I think it was, and one of them hit the Budweiser sign. Like, just stupid pop. No way a position player. Been hunting for some sites to purchase cards for. I've heard you mention some, but can't remember. Could you name a few, please? eBay, My Slabs, Star Stock, ComC. I'd say those are probably the top 4 for buying cards. That 472 is a third of the game. He had 3. Yes, that's what it was. No, he had 2 at least. Glad you're covering pitchers. So many pitchers in the 2021 draft. Yeah, there is a lot. Number 55, Luis Matos. This is low. This is low, sir. What did Luis Matos do to you to not even be in the top 50? Like, Luis Matos to me is like a top 30 guy at this point. He just looks to be that good. 313 batting average, 359 on base percentage, 853 OPS, like 495 slugging at his size is ridiculous. 15 home runs, 35 doubles. 109 games, 21 stolen bases. Like, he doesn't walk a lot and still manage a 360 on base percentage. Like, love it. He's 5'11", 160, so he still has he's still a small dude. Like, he's still a kid. He's only 19 years old. Luis Matos top 50 for me, 100%. Like, you're gonna rank Nick Prado ahead of Luis Matos. I'm about to get pissed off over here. Come on. Nick Prado. Former first rounder in 2017. He's good. Don't get me wrong. I do like Nick Prado. I like his swing. I do think he could be solid, but he just doesn't like. He has like, to me, he is a low floor, high ceiling guy. Like at his very best, I see Nick Prado hitting like 260 with like maybe he hits 40 home runs because his power is pretty nuts. But like I could also see him hitting like 220 with like 23 home runs because all he can do is hit home runs. Like that's the type of player I see with Nick Prado. And like I said, he hit 36 home runs last year. 988 OPS. Like the dude straight up raked. But everyone in AA and AAA with Kansas City last year raked. Like I don't know too much about like elevation and which fields are easy to hit in the minor leagues. That's still something I want to learn more about. But I got to think that those Royals fields are easy to hit at with how much success they had down there just across the board. Chill pill time. KC lineup in AAA is nasty, dude. It was freaky good. Freaky good. Michael Busch at 53. I actually like it. Michael Busch. He's 24, so he is on the older side. I do think he's going to fit in pretty well once he does get to the pros, though. Good on base percentage guy. Colton Cowser at 52. I'm fine with Colton Cowser at 52, to be honest. Like, if we're talking recently drafted guys, him and Sal Frelick dominated. Like, absolutely dominated. Like, 347, 476 on base percentage for his 25 games in, I think it was low A. Yeah, low A. Like, he did really well. Daniel Espino at 51. I don't like it that much. Espino's someone for me I would have borderline top 100. Definitely not in my top 50. But he has good stuff. He just hasn't put it all together. Like 3.73 ERA and just high A and low A. I don't get it. Strikeout rate's crazy though. 91 innings, 152 strikeouts. Like he throws gas. He has absolute heat in his right arm. Like he throws hard. But no. Like I said, I like him in the top like the bottom 10 again. Like I wouldn't be mad if he was like 97, 94. Like, but no, not 51. Position player run has ended. Yep. My slabs is the one I think I was wanting. Don't they rate their cards? I know I'm off subject a little. No, you're good. Like honestly, I'm fine talking cards too. But yeah, my slabs it's basically just a website you buy cards off of with a lower percentage. Like they did recently add a small percentage to your purchase. I think it's like 2%, maybe 3%, but it's a smaller buying fee than eBay and a lot bigger. And it didn't even have one for a while. Bobby Miller at 50. Too high for me, but I really do like Bobby Miller. He's really good arm. 6'5", 220, big kid. He's going to dominate the D-backs. He's going to be another front end of the rotation type arm for the Dodgers. He's good, but that's high. 49 for Harry Ford is also high, but a lot of people are really high on Harry Ford. Harry Ford, lightning fast bat speed. I don't know. I don't think I'd have him in my top 50 yet. He's young. He's about to turn 19. He'll be 19 for his next season. 291 batting average, 400 on base percentage in his first 19 games, 3 home runs. There's just not a lot to go off of. But 49's fine. 49's fine. It's higher than I would have him. Cade Cavalli at 48. I would have him probably higher than this because Cade Cavalli, to me, gigantic human. Really good mechanics, like deathly good mechanics. Throws heat. Like, the dude, I remember he struck out Jason Dominguez in the Future Stars game at like 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and he didn't put any effort into it. Like, ridiculous. A lot of talk on forward moving positions. I think that's smart. He seems pretty athletic. 47, Khalil Watson, again, similar to Sal Frelick. I like everything about Khalil Watson except for his size, 5'8". And again, people are proving that you can succeed at those sizes in baseball these days. But I like everything else about Khalil Watson. I don't hate him being in the top 50 because I do think he's a special talent. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. 5'8" is Like, I don't know. I know people hate it, but like size is a thing. Like, would you rather have Khalil Watson or Julio Rodriguez, who's 6'4" at the same age, basically? Brady House. Okay, there's a perfect comparison. Would you rather? This is like the the complete polar opposites of according to size. Like Khalil Watson, 19 years old, 5'8", 178. Brady House, 19 years old, 6'4", 215. Like, who would you rather have to develop? Like, you're gonna take Brady House. Like, and it's crazy because I believe. No. House went number 11. Watson went 16. Okay. I thought for some reason maybe Watson went before him. But, I mean, Brady House, I don't love his swing. I definitely think he has adjustments to make with it. I know some people do like his swing, but I don't like it. But it's worked. It's worked so far. His small time in the minor leagues, he did well. And he had power. He did everything well. So, we'll see. I do think he's going to have to make adjustments. I think any player has to make adjustments. So, we'll see what happens. He's definitely a promising prospect. Like I pulled his Ray Wave auto, or not auto. I'm sorry, base non-auto Ray Wave, out of my light box, and I'm holding it. Definitely a lot of upside. George Kirby for the Mariners, definitely one of the top pitchers in the minor leagues, like 100%. Dude's good, super good. Like those gas. I'm fine with that ranking. Elvis Martinez getting some love here in the top 50. I don't know if I don't think I would have Elvis Martinez in my top 50. I'm going to look at my list actually really quick. This is the last time I made it. Okay, I did. Maybe I didn't. Okay, I had Elvis Martinez at number 31 actually. So, I don't hate 44. That's cool with me. Definitely another player, though, like super upside, a lot of power, like dummy amount of power. Elvis Martinez. Batting average and contact might end up being a concern as he faces better competition. So we'll see. Has, again, adjustments to be made. I just feel offended. I feel offended looking at this list. Jordan Balazovic is good. He's a good pitcher. But 43? 43? You want to look at Relvis's stats really quick? He had like 30 home runs last year, I think it was. 28 home runs, hit 261. So this is my concern, though. He had 27 games, 125 plate appearances at high A. That's a pretty good sample size, 125 plate appearances. 214 batting average. Like, it's concerning. Like that jump is always concerning to people. Marco Luciano had a similar jump. I think him and Marco Luciano are pretty similar type players. But we'll see what happens. But back to Jordan Balazovic. I'm fine with him in the 90s. I do think he's a good arm. But 43, no. Cole Winn at 42. Cole Winn is a special little arm in that Rangers organization. I do think he's good. Top 50? I don't think so. Brett Baty at 41. I think it's low. Honestly, I love Brett Baty's swing. I think he has one of the best swings in minor leagues. Like, just such a smooth swing. Goes to all fields. Brett Baty, for me, is a top 20 guy. I just think he's that good offensively. We'll see. I mean, 41 is like a safe ranking for sure with Brett Baty. I'm gonna scream. How are you gonna rank Ronnie Mauricio ahead of Brett Baty? Like, they're 1 year apart. I bet you it's even less than 1 year apart. Brett Baty has raked at higher levels. Ronnie Mauricio has just sucked at higher levels. Let's just pull up these numbers. Let's just pull them both up. So Brett Baty, let's see. So he played in Double-A a good amount last year. Let's just use his Double-A numbers. 272 with a 364 on base percentage. And I will say Brett Baty sucked his first 3 weeks in Double-A. 5 home runs, all right? Ronnie Mauricio, double A. Okay, double A doesn't count. He only played 8 games in double A. High A, 242 with a 291 on base percentage. He had 19 home runs. I did like the uptick in his power this year, but at 291 on base percentage in high A. Get the hell out of here, sir. Like, what? I'm so confused. Like, that was in high A, right? Back to Brett Beatty really quick. When he was in high A, 309 batting average, 397 on base percentage, 911 OPS, 7 home runs. Like, and Brett Beatty, I don't think he even hit a home run for like the first month. He hit like 7 home runs in like 30 games. Like, I'm confused. Vidal Brujan at 39. I think that's a little generous now that he's getting to that age restriction. He's probably going to play next year with the Rays, but he's 24. He doesn't have a ton of power upside. I think he's a good, like, 2-hole hitter, though. Like, I've said this multiple times. Xavier Edwards is going to lead off for the Rays. Vidal Brujan is going to hit 2, and Wander Franco is going to hit 3. Randy Rosarino is probably going to hit 4. Like, that's going to be a disgusting lineup when they all get there and if they pan out. I think Brujan at 39 is a little high now, though. I think he's earned a little bit of a drop, which this guy did drop him from 35 to 39. Like, Brujan's a good player, but just, again, he has it's concerning with his, like, bat to barrel ability. Any of these based on position necessity? I guess we should probably look into that because I don't know. They both play infield, Beatty and Mauricio. Beatty's not really a shortstop, though. I think Mauricio can play shortstop. Like, 262 batting average is fine. 346 on base percentage is fine. 785 OPS we don't love. 12 home runs is fine as a middle infielder type player. He did steal 44 bags. Like, that is his upside, is his speed. He does steal like crazy. So, I don't know. 30, 39. I don't think I have him in my top 40. I probably have him like my top 60. Christian Pache at 38. Damn. Okay, I still like Christian Pache, but like even me liking Christian Pache, I think I had him at like where did it? Okay, and then take this into consideration, actually. I actually had him ranked 38. That's kind of crazy. But this isn't an updated list. This list would be a lot different than what I had. I made this list like 6 months ago. But Christian Pache at 38, like, I don't hate it. I do think he's a Gold Glove caliber defender. His offensive upside, he did do better once he got brought down to AAA, but he still has a lot of work to do offensively. Nick York at 37. I like Nick York so much. Definitely one of my favorite prospects now. Love Nick York after what he did last year. If anyone wasn't in the live last week, we will definitely look at Nick York for you guys because he has earned that 37 ranking. I would even have him higher than that now. He just keeps jumping up. I think he's the number 1 Boston Red Sox prospect now. Like, I love Tristan Cassis, but I think Nick York is that dude. 19 years old at low A and high A. Just dominated. 325 batting average, 412 on base percentage, 928 OPS, 14 home runs, 20 doubles, stole 13 bags, got thrown out 9 times. So not the best there, but he only struck out 69 times too in 97 games. Like, there's so many good things with Nick York. Like, he is a stud, potential star. Like, I like Nick York a lot. A lot. I cannot wait to see what he does in Double-A this year. Yeah, Pache's just kind of like whatever now, right? He's just like, the talent's there, but is he ever going to like hit that talent is kind of in question now for sure. Liberatore at 36. I like Matthew Liberatore. He's an Arizona guy. Him and Nolan Gorman are like best friends, and it's cool that they're in the same organization now. Nick York and Matthew Liberatore, like, I Like, Nick York's up here for me, and Matthew Liberatore's, like, down here-ish. Like, I like Matthew Liberatore in the top 100. Maybe, like, top 80, top 70 max. Soderstrom at 35. I don't hate that ranking. I think it's a safe ranking. So Soderstrom rakes, though. Like, he did really well in his first year. 306 batting average, 390 on base percentage, 12 home runs, 24% strikeout rate only. Like, really good there. Gotta hit bombs and wear at least 2 gold chains and have value. It's kind of true, though. Alek Thomas at 34. I think it's a solid ranking. It's a little high. Like, for me, he would barely be gracing the top 50 for me. But a lot of people are high on Alek Thomas, dude. I just don't see him as I see him as a good piece for a team. Like, I think he's going to be a good piece for the D-backs. I just don't think he's going to be, like, the great piece. Like, I don't think he has the upside of being, like, the best player in a lineup. Like, maybe, like, the third best player on the team. Like, he's probably going to hit, like, 280 with, like, a 350, 340 on base percentage, like 20 home runs, 15 home runs. Like, I just don't think the ceiling is that high for Alek Thomas, but I do think he's a good player. Like, I do think he's a good player. I just don't think the ceiling's completely there. Big weather difference in Portland. That's good to know. Let's see how he does. Chicks dig the long ball, and so do hobby enthusiasts. Edward Cabrera at 33. Edward Cabrera is legit. I don't love the ranking at 33, but I do think he has every single thing to be a star in the MLB. I wouldn't rank him this high, especially with the hitters on the list, but he's got everything he needs to be successful. I like Edward Cabrera a lot. Definitely a high upside with him. Josh Young at 32. I would have Josh Young higher than this right now. His age, you do have to take in consideration. Him losing a year to the pandemic sucked, but he just never struggled. He just has never struggled. He's someone that I have his BGS 9.5, 10 auto, Bowman Chrome first auto out of 99. Like, the green one, it's sick because it looks like it has a nice little Christmas theme to it with his red jersey. And I'm just holding on to it. Like, I'm, like, so afraid to sell it if he ends up being the dude in Texas. Like I could sell it right now for a massive profit, and I'm just holding it because I'm just like, what if, you know? What if? Like, he's just so good. And, like, he came off an injury to start the year, so he only played 78 games, but he hit 19 home runs, 22 doubles, like 326 batting average, 398 on base percentage, 990 on base or OPS. Like, the dude flat out rakes. Like, straight up rakes. Like, Josh Young could win Rookie of the Year this year. Like, that is not out of the question. Like, being at an older age, I think he's more of a plug-and-play guy. I think he's going to be fine when he gets to the pros. Like, he could win Rookie of the Year. Dude, Texas has a really nice lineup. Like, in my perfect dream, the Rangers in, like, 5 years are absolutely, like, one of the best teams in the American League because their farm system's nasty. And Josh Young's hitting number 3. Like, Josh Young's the 3-hole hitter in that lineup. Like, with Corey Seager hitting number 2 and Marcus Semien hitting number 4. Like that is the dream. Or even Josh Young hitting number 4. Like, number 31, Jordan Lawler. I don't love him being in the top 31. I do think his upside's there 100%. But after tearing his labrum, I am concerned. It's his non-throwing shoulder, but I'm still concerned. I love Jordan Lawler. I just bought a refractor of him. I have it on my desk over there. It was in my most recent mail day. Hopefully going to be a PSA 10. But Jordan Lawler at 31. I mean, I love the upside. I love his swing. I love everything about Jordan Lawler. I think he was the best player in this past draft, in my opinion. I thought he should have been number 1 drafted. I can't believe he fell to the D-backs. I'm super happy. So happy to have Jordan Lawler. But shoulder surgery scares me a little bit. Diamondbacks prospects scare me a little bit. 31's fine. 31's fine. Jordan Walker at 30, I like this. Jordan Walker, absolute stud. Gigantic kid, too. 6'5", 220 at 20 years old. Just did everything right. Did everything right in his first season. Just offensively was a star. Like, in low A, 27 games, he hit 374 with a 475 on base percentage, 1162 OPS. Like, those were his first 27 pro games. And he had 6 home runs in those 27 games. Then he jumped him up to high A like really fast. Only 27 games in low A for a kid out of high school. And he did fine. Like, that jump is pretty scary for super young kids. But 292 batting average, 344 on base percentage. You'd like to see that to be a little bit higher, but he struggled. He's another player that struggled for a little bit and then figured it out. 831 OPS, 8 home runs. Like, he's just a guy that's good offensively. Such an upside offensively. The only thing that sucks about Jordan Walker is I don't know where the heck he's going to play. If the Cardinals hold on to Arenado and Goldschmidt, like, where does he go? I have no idea. Can he play the outfield? I think he's semi-athletic, so maybe. But we'll see. Rangers, KC, Tigers looking very promising. Awesome farms. Definitely agree. O's too. Yep. O's have a good farm system. Really good farm system. Got me on the young bandwagon. Hell yeah. Yep, first at bat was a home run for Jordan Walker. I remember that. That's when I bought his Sapphire. I bought his Sapphire on Star Stock the first day of the season after he hit a home run. First at bat home run. I was like, screw it, it's worth it. Let's do it. George Valera at 29 is too high for me. He's a good player. I think he's going to be a good piece. Again, I don't know his ceiling. It seems like a low floor, high ceiling type player. Like, if he does ball out, he's good, but 29's high. Like, maybe scratching the top 50, definitely scratching the top 70. But I don't know. When you just compare him to other players, there's just better players. Like, he's good. 260, 405 on base percentage, 910 OPS, 19 home runs is nice. The uptick in power this year was nice, but I don't know. Like, his 23 games, 100 plate appearances in Double-A was not that promising. I mean, for his first time there, it wasn't bad. 267 batting average, 340 on base percentage, 747 OPS. Like, it was fine, but he's not in my top 30. Uh, 28, Brendan Davis. I like this. Brendan Davis, for me, it should be higher. He just freaky good athlete, and it seems like he loves the limelight. Like, that's the one thing that I think is going to carry him in Chicago is, like, for example, Future Stars game. No one was expecting Brendan Davis to do much because he was dealing with injuries, and then he hits 2 home runs, wins MVP of the Future Stars game. Like, he seems to love the limelight, and I think that's going to help him in Chicago a lot. So we'll see. We'll see on Brendan Davis. I think that's a little low. I have him in my top 15 just because he's an athletic specimen. And if we look at his numbers really quick, get used to this, guys, because I'm going to do the pipeline breakdown too when that comes out. When you look at this, like, he did good at all levels. Like, again, he's another guy. The batting average isn't all there, which is fine because he does everything else pretty well. Started off in high A, killed high A. Then they moved him immediately to Double A. Like, this was a rehab assignment. Moved him to Double A. 252 batting average. You don't love 250, but 370, 367 on base percentage. You like that. 841 OPS. Like, that's fine. That's above average. 13 home runs in 76 games. Love that for someone that hasn't really shown a ton of power. And then he gets moved up to AAA. He had only 15 games in AAA, but did more of the same, really. 270 batting average, 400 on base percentage, 933 OPS, 4 more home runs in those 15 games. Like, Brendan Davis is going to be good. I think he's going to be really good. What you did after the Walker homer is what everyone did for Trevor Hauver. I know Trevor Hauver had like 6 home runs in the first week, and everyone just went crazy. MJ Melendez at 27 is psychopathic stuff. I'm sorry. Psychopathic stuff having MJ Melendez at 27. I like MJ Melendez. I am pulling for MJ Melendez because look at what he did in 2019. The dude hit 163 with a 260 on base percentage and 9 home runs. Like 571 OPS in a full season in the minor leagues at 20 years old in 2019 in high A. Like terrible. And then he comes out and balls this year. Absolutely balls. 288 batting average, 386 on base percentage, 1111 OPS, 41 home runs in 123 games. Like, love rooting for MJ Melendez after that terrible 2019 season. But again, like, top 30? I don't know. Like, this is a possibility for him. Like, I'm all for, I'm going to be rooting my ass off for MJ Melendez, but that has happened in his career. I'm just saying, like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that he like reverts and sucks when he gets to the pros. Like, it's not like that is a possibility. Hitting a shit ton of home runs is also a possibility for him. So I don't love him at top 30. I would have him in my top 100. I don't even think I'd have him in my top 50. Probably have him like my top 70. Just because, like, you never know. Like, it's hard to really, like, how do you go from, like, he was on no one's list. Like, he was on no one's list after 2019. Probably, like, literally, maybe not even in the top 30 for the Royals after this season. And then to put him in the top 30 overall, no. In my opinion, he earned it. Dude, you have Waller at what, 34 LOL? I mean, he did super good this year, MJ Melendez. Extremely good. And like I said, I am rooting for MJ Melendez. I want him to succeed because I think that's such an awesome story because of just how bad he was in 2019. I just want to have him at 27. I just wouldn't. Like, I do, like, me saying someone should be in the top 100 is saying they're a good player. I would have MJ Melendez in my top 100. I just 27 super high. 27 super high. Jack Leiter at 26. I do think Jack Leiter's special. I think he's super good. I think he has a very good mentor in his dad. I think he has really good mechanics. I think he has really good fastball, really good off speed. Like, everything surrounding Jack Leiter screams, I'm going to be a Cy Young level pitcher. So I don't hate the ranking, but I don't know. It's just hard to rank pitchers that high that have never even pitched in the minor leagues. Austin Martin at 25, I think, is a little high. I do think he's earned his way into the top 50, Austin Martin, just because his on-base percentage is solid. Like, 414 on-base percentage in Double-A. But power isn't really there with Austin Martin. At least he didn't show any power this year. I think he had 2 home runs. So I don't love him at 25, but I do think he's in like the top 50. Like, I was very impressed with this 400 on base percentage. Like, that impressed me. 24, Robert Hassel. Don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. I think Bobby Barrows can hit. I think Robert Hassel's a special little player. Like, him and CJ Abrams are in this weird category where I don't think they're going to hit that many home runs at the pro level. But I think they're going to be really good top of the lineup bats. Like, for me, I see Robert Hassel being a gap-to-gap, like, super annoying out. Like, I think he's going to be a very good hitter. Wish pitchers at cards had more value. Oh, 100%. It's ridiculous. No one gives pitchers any love. It's ridiculous. If so, we'd all be rich. Yeah, this whole list is crazy, Matt. This whole list is nuts. I agree. Jack Leiter's never pitched in the minor leagues before. Like, his upside says 26 overall, but, like, you have nothing to go off of. I agree. His list is psychopathic. But I don't hate this one. I do think Robert Hassel was really good this year. 323, 415, 482. at 19 years old. He actually hit more home runs than I thought he was going to also, which did surprise me. I don't think he's going to hit that many when he does get to the pros, but he hit 11 home runs this year. Like, that's pretty freaking solid. He's another guy, though, that, he made that jump, played 18 games, 87 plate appearances. Not a ton of plate appearances, but did suck. Did suck when he did get to Fort Wayne. But so I don't hate that ranking because he did dominate. Zach Veen at 23, I'm fine with it. Like, these first two minor league players taken in the 2020 draft. Hassel was number 8 and Veen was number 9 right after him. I think Zach Veen has a much higher ceiling than Hassel. I just think Zach Veen offensively provides a lot more. Like, I see Zach Veen, he could probably hit 40 home runs. Like, he could probably hit 40 home runs if he gets it going and he gets to the pros. Like, Zach Veen struggled, you guys. Like, look at this. Let's look this up really quick. Zach Veen. We're going to look at his game log really quick. I think like the first, so May 4th was the first. In May, he hit 238 with 0 home runs. And then after he got going, I can't remember if this, even his second month wasn't that great. 289, 420 on base percentage. So he started getting on base, but only 2 home runs still through June. Look what he does after June, you guys. July through the end of the season. Just silly. 325 batting average, 404 on base percentage, like 13 home runs in those last 63 games. Like, I like Zach Veen a lot. I'm fine with 23. I think that's a safe ranking. I honestly, with how erratic this list is, I'm surprised he's not in like the top 10. Like, I'm just surprised. But that's a safe ranking for Zach Veen. I'm going to throw up. Brian Rocio at 22. Dude, I'm so confused. I like Brian Rocio too. I think he's a good player. And I think he did really well in the fall league this year. What is this? Venezuelan Winter League. He did really well down there. So I think maybe they're taking that into consideration. But he had a good year, but this dude is crazy for ranking him that high. I like him, by the way. I'm a fan of Brian Rocio. I've said that. 108 games, 277 batting average, 346 on base percentage, 15 home runs. He stole 21 bags. Like, I think he's a good middle infield prospect. I do. He's only 20 years old. I think he's a good prospect. Definitely top 100 guy. I honestly, I don't think I'd put him in my top 50. Another guy that's probably like maybe top 60. But ahead of Zach Veen, ahead of Robert Hassel. No. I don't get it. I'm confused. I'm just trying to read a little bit to understand why he has him at 22. He did well once he got brought up, though. He got brought up to Double-A and actually did even better than he was doing in High A, which I do like that. That's high, though. That's a high ranking. Veen is my number 1 for 2023. I agree. I like Zach Veen a lot. Josh Lowe at 21. This is high ranking for Josh Lowe. He's a good player. He's going to be a good piece for the Rays. Again, I don't think he has the upside to be like a superstar, though. I think he has the upside of being a good player. So 21 is really high for me. Like, he'd probably be in like the 90s or 80s. I think he's a good player again, but he's 24 years old. He has a chance he's going to probably debut next year. He has a chance to do something, but there's also a chance with him. Like, I think there's inconsistencies in his numbers and his play that he could suck. He could suck next year at 24 years old. He's not, like I said earlier, like an Aaron Judge. I don't see him as a guy that's going to be like, oh, shoot, Josh Lowe's going to hit 40 home runs his first year. Like, I don't think so, at least. He's a good athlete. He's a good defender. He's a good piece. But 21, no. 20, Henry Davis. That's a high ranking for Henry Davis. I do like Henry Davis a lot. I liked Henry Davis a lot in college. I did. Henry Davis at 20 is pretty high, though. I think I would have him in my top 50. Like, maybe like in the the high 40s. Like right in the top 50. Because I do think he's a crazy good defender. Has an insane arm. I think he has really good plate discipline. He has a lot of power. Like, he already pimped the crap out of a home run in his pro debut. Like, the first week he was in the pros, he pimped the shit out of a home run. It was awesome. Let me see if I can find it. I'm not going to lie. My opinion on Henry Davis has always been high, but this made it even higher. See if I can find it. Where is it? I don't think this is it. I think he's wearing a green jersey. Here it is. Watch this pimp job. Henry Davis. This might change your opinion on him, chat. What's up, D Porter? What's going on? Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Like, this might change your opinion on him. Like, this was literally like his second professional home run. And he pimped the crap out of it. I know it changed my opinion a little bit. I was high on him, but I was even higher after seeing that. It's like, damn. That no doubt power, and you know it. That's cocky. I like it. 19, Reed Detmers. I guess you have to rank Reed Detmers because he didn't start that many games. I think we only had 6 starts in the pros. I wouldn't have Detmers ahead of Cade Cavalli. Like, having... Where did he have Cavalli? At 48. He had Cavalli at 48, but he's going to have Detmers at 19. I don't get that. Like, I would have Cavalli higher than Detmers. Detmers is really good in the minor leagues. They just rushed him. They rushed him really fast to the pros. And I think that was dumb. And it just shows that how average the Angels organization is. Because, like, he did really well. Like, obviously, in AA, like, he didn't even do that well, to be honest. He struck out a ton of people, is what he did really well. 54 innings, 97 strikeouts. But a 3.5 ERA, like, in my opinion, he should have stayed in AA. Instead, they moved him to AAA for 1 start. He did well in his 1 start. Pitched 8 innings, 11 strikeouts. And then they immediately throw him to the pros where he just got shelled. Like, I don't know. That was stupid. That was dumb, in my opinion. Oy. Oy, oy, oy. Are we keeping you up? What does that mean? Ellie De La Cruz is like in the 60s on this list. Yeah, 69. I don't want to like blow through this list and get towards the top too quickly. All right, where were we? Davis, Detmers, Marcelo Meyer. I think people are too high on Meyer with the rankings so far. I think he's a good player. I think him and Jordan Lawler are really good prospects, but I would not have him ranked this high. Like, if I had to rank both of those players, I'd probably put them in the top 50, but they would be like in the 40s, probably. Like, I don't even like putting either of them in the top 50 yet, just because they haven't really proven themselves. Like, Meyer, he actually played some. He didn't get hurt. Lawler got hurt. So 107 plate appearances at just rookie ball. 275, 377 on base percentage, 817 OPS. I do like the 3 home runs in 26 games and 7 stolen bases, but I don't know. Like, you can't judge much off of this. If he came out and hit like 360 in those 26 games with like a 470 on base percentage, 1,000 OPS, hit like 6 home runs, 7 home runs in those 26 games, then I could understand the 18 ranking. But he is an older high schooler guy too. Like, he's already 19 years old. I don't know. I think it's just a little optimistic. I'm not saying he's going to be a bad player. I think he's a good prospect, but 18 is a little optimistic for me. Nolan Gorman at 17. I was wondering when we were going to see him. I think that's high. I do think there's still an upset what's the word I'm looking for? I think the chances that he gets moved up next year and sucks is there. Like, I think he's inconsistent offensively as far as bat to barrel, but I love Nolan Gorman, Arizona boy. I do think the upside is also massive on him. Like, this is someone that I could easily see him do this in the pros. Hit 279 with 25 home runs. Like, I could see him do that. I could also see him hit 290 with like 38 home runs. Like, the upside's there. He has a really good swing. His plate discipline is the only thing that questions me because he doesn't like walking. He just doesn't walk very much. 333 on base percentage. And AA is a little bit better at 354, but he just doesn't walk. Only 38 walks in 119 games. It's just, he has to get better in that department. If he does, I think he'd be an absolute superstar. Like, absolute superstar if he can figure that out. 16, Corbin Carroll. That's really high. That's really high. I would have Corbin Carroll in my top 50. I like Corbin Carroll. Again, he'd probably be in like the low 40s, high 30s range for me now. And it sucks that he got hurt this year. It sucks he got hurt this year because I might have a stronger opinion on him. But just, I think he's going to be a really good leadoff hitter. Really good leadoff hitter with some power upside. The power is in question still. Like, he only hit 2 home runs in his first 42 games, which is fine as an 18-year-old kid hitting wood bat for the first time. But then he came back and his first 7 games hit 2 home runs. So, like, it looked like he really figured it out in these first 7 games. Like, 435 batting average, 552 on base percentage, 1465 OPS, 2 home runs, like 3 stolen bases. Like, it looked like he had it figured out. And then he got hurt, and it sucks. Sucks. He's not a big kid. He's 5'10", 165. So, like, I don't think his ceiling is as high. Like, similar to Alek Thomas, like, I think his ceiling isn't as high as some, but I think he's going to be an annoyingly good leadoff hitter. Ryan 54. Am I yawning a lot? I'm sorry. I didn't sleep that well last night. Alek Thomas over Corbin Carroll. Like, I see them as pretty similar players, to be honest. I think Corbin Carroll's upside's higher, but Alek Thomas I think it could be more I think he's more consistent. Dude, I don't know if we've even seen a single White Sox on this entire list, Dan. I don't know if there's been a single White Sox on this list. I really don't think there has. We'll search it up later. Once we get through it all. Marco Luciano at 15. I actually like that ranking because for me, I am also going to drop Marco Luciano down a little bit just because he struggled at high A. He struggled at high A badly. And again, it's the jump we always see so many times where he just struggled, hit 217 with a 283 on base percentage, 577 OPS, and 145 plate appearances. Like, and only had 1 home run. When he was at low A, he dominated. Like, 278 batting average, 373 on base percentage, 930 OPS, 18 home runs in 70 games. Like, at 19 years old, like, you love all that. But then the jump, just, I think he's still going to turn around. Like, I think he's still going to come around. I'm sitting on his cards for sure. Like, the upside of Marco Luciano is dumb, but an unexpected slump for sure at high A for me. 14, Grayson Rodriguez. If there's another pitcher above him, I think it would be Shane Baz, but Grayson Rodriguez is my number 1 guy. Stupid K rate, throws gas, good mechanics, like a lot of movement, good slider, like love Grayson Rodriguez. Diego Cartaya at 13. Wow. That's got to be the boldest one so far. That's got to be the boldest spot this far. Other than him ranking Ronnie Mauricio above Brett Beatty, this is pretty crazy to me because he didn't play a full season. He only played 31 games at low A. At 298, 409 on base percentage, 1023 OPS, 10 home runs. Like, really good 30 games. Like, I get it. Diego Cartaya's upside is stupid. He's probably going to be really good because he's a Dodger. He's probably going to kill the Diamondbacks, but I can't put him at 13. Like, top 50 probably. Like, sure, I would not be mad if he was in top 50. Like, and I know his upside's there, and he's a big kid, but 30 games at low A, and you're going to put him at number 13 in the minor leagues? I don't know. Law has catcher love, apparently. I've noticed that. We'd all be yawning too if we worked full-time, plus overtime, plus quality uploads. Dan's not wrong. I work about between 50 and 60 hours a week. And then I try to upload as much as possible and keep my wife happy. And I go to the gym now a lot. So, yeah, I tired a lot for sure. But dang, Diego Corte at 13 is crazy. Crazy. My highest rated pitcher is Grayson. I like that. I'm on par with that. When's the last time that a catcher lived up to a top 10 ranking as a prospect? Probably been a hot minute. I'm sure. I'm thinking Adley might be that guy, but I'm sure it's been a while. Who's the best catcher in the major leagues right now? Who would we put as the best catcher right now currently in the pros? Go back to this for now. Who's the best catcher right now? Like Will Smith is up there. Oh my gosh, I'm drawing the biggest blanks right now. Wait till I have kids? Seriously, where's my time gonna go? I'm drawing blanks right now. We're resorting to Google. Salvador Perez, JT Realmuto. Those guys are in that conversation as well. Sad Buster Posey retired. Yeah, I don't know. It's a high ranking though, nonetheless. Tyler Stevenson after this year, baby. I like Tyler Stevenson. Seems like a really hard worker. Hunter Green at 12. This is a very high ranking. I cannot believe he has him ranked above Grayson Rodriguez. The upside's there for Hunter Green. Like, Hunter Green is virtually unhittable if he's throwing strikes. It's just if he isn't throwing strikes, he sucks. Like, that's just end all be all for him. Like, and it's a perfect little thing here. He had 7 starts in Double-A, 1.98 ERA. He only had 14 walks in 41 innings. Like, solid walk rate. Only 3 walks per 9. Like, even that's a little higher than you'd like to see from like elite numbers. We'll get into that more if Shane Baz is on that list, on this list. But like then he comes up here in AAA. 25 walks in 65 innings. That's not as bad either, I guess. But he just 4.13. Got hit up a little bit in AAA. But I don't know. Upside's there. Like I said, he peaked at 104 miles an hour. Like he topped at 104 this year. He has the talent. We'll just see. Good mechanics too. Noelvi Marte at 11. This is high. This is high for me. I like Noelvi Marte. I think he's gonna be a stud. A lot of upside. I think high ceiling. But Noelvi Marte to me, like top 20. Like, I won't even be mad if he was in the top 30. But top 11, not for me. And the reason I say that, he's 19 years old. So, like, we were talking about those elite prospects. They hit the major leagues by, like, what? 22 at the oldest, 21. I think 21's the real oldest for elite prospects. Maybe 22 with the whole pandemic. But 19 years old at low A. Like, that's what he did this year. He played 8 games at high A. But in those 99 games, he had almost 500 plate appearances, 271 batting average, which is fine. You know, if you do everything right, 271 is fine for batting average. If you look at 271, 831, 17 home runs, 368 on base percentage is fine too. Like, he had a good year in low A. Like, he really did. He's not a great defender, but he had a really good offensive year. But 19 years old in low A, like, he's still a couple years away, you know? Like, they're going to probably move him to high A next year. Maybe they'll throw him straight to double A, which would be cool. And then maybe we could see him when he's 21. But probably going to see him when he's 22. Probably. Again, I think the upside's there. I think he is a raw talent. I think he should do better, though. I think he should do better. Like, to me, coming into the season, I expect MILB Marte to, hit like 280, 290. Like, even like, 309 when he was in Dominican. Like, I was hoping he was going to do that this year. Hit like 17 home runs is fine. But I don't know. I was just hoping for a little bit better offense from him being in low A the whole season. I do like him a lot, though. Do I still have cards at PSA from over a year ago? I do. I think Dan and I are waiting on 2 more orders. One should hopefully be coming back in the next few weeks. I like MILB Marte, though. Like I said, I think he's a really good prospect. The 11's high. Anthony Volpe at 10. Put in Volpe in the top 10. I don't hate it. Don't love it. I don't think I'd have him in my top 10. And again, I know the top 10 on this list, actually. Like, arguably the best performer last year in the minor leagues. Like, arguably. But again, he's only in high A. He's only in low A. Combined for 294 batting average, 423 on base percentage, 1027 OPS, 27 home runs. Like, he did everything to earn that spot at number 10. I don't hate it. I think it's fine. I think it's fine at number 10. I would probably have him a little lower. Did I rank him? I ranked him at 15 on my list. That's an optimistic ranking for sure, for only seeing high A so far. 2 modern and 2 ultra modern. So, okay, we're waiting on 4. Yes, that's what it is. Okay, so this is the crazy. This is literally the ranking that made me do this live this week. I wasn't planning on doing a live this week, and then I saw his top 10 on Twitter, the picture that's on my thumbnail for this video, and now we're doing this live because this dude ranked Julio Rodriguez at number 9. And I'm not really sure why. Like, what do you want out of Julio Rodriguez to get him outside of the top 3? Like, there's nothing in my mind that he has done to get him out of the top 3 prospects in baseball. Like, what has he done wrong? In his minor league career, he's hitting .331 with a .412 on base percentage, a .955 OPS, 30 home runs in 217 games. Like, do you want him to hit more home runs, I guess? Like, the power is going to come for Julio Rodriguez. Like, the dude is massive. He is a gigantic kid. The power is going to be there. Like, me seeing 13 home runs in the minor leagues is like, oh, okay, well, he comes up to the pros. Pitchers miss over the plate a little bit more in the pros because they think they're super good. Probably going to hit like 25 home runs his first year. Like, that's what I see with Julio Rodriguez. Like, Julio Rodriguez, to me, and we talked about this last week, his ceiling is literally the best player in baseball. That is his ceiling. If he hits his absolute best, he could be the best player in baseball. That is Julio Rodriguez. RYDOG's going to blow a gasket. I'm currently blowing a gasket, Mark. I am. Julio here makes this list garbage. I agree. And then someone actually, Keith Law, the dude that made this list, was very active on Twitter yesterday with people calling him out for this. And one I read specifically was like, a lot of people gave me crap for ranking Tatis number 1 overall back in like 2017 as well. But look where we are now. And I was like, okay, calm down. You made one thing right. Doesn't mean you have to make a bold decision like this every year. Join a Dynasty Fantasy Baseball League. I like that. I feel like I should join a Dynasty Baseball League. I just don't have the time and patience to do fantasy baseball. I love the idea of fantasy baseball, and I love fantasy football because you only have to change your lineup once a week. But me opening that app and making a lineup every single day, kills me. J-Rod better than Trout? That's a very hot take. Well, think about it. Trout is, I'm just saying ceiling. Like J-Rod probably doesn't hit his ceiling. Like most people hit their ceiling at what, 30 years old? That's 9 years away. Like Mike Trout's going to be like 39 years old. Mike Trout's like 30 right now. He's going to be like 40 years old at the end of his career. Like, I'm not saying he's going to be better than Mike Trout. By no means am I saying that. I promise. Weird. I didn't know you could click that. He said, Matt, slow down. And he's not wrong. I did say best player in baseball, but that's his ceiling. And I don't think many players hit their ceiling, if they're really going to hit their real ceiling, until they're close to about 28 to 30 years old. Like, what do they say? The athletic prime is like from 28 to 32. Like, that's your athletic prime. I'm not even there yet. I'm only 27, baby. Okay. I'm going to throw up with Francisco Alvarez at number 8. And a lot of lists have Francisco Alvarez in the top 10. And you know what? At this point, I kind of need to just accept it because I keep getting upset over it. But I cannot accept Francisco Alvarez at 1 year younger than Julio Rodriguez being ranked higher than him. I refuse. I refuse. And again, I'm not saying Julio Rodriguez is going to be the best player in baseball, you guys. I'm not. I'm saying that's his ceiling. A lot of these lists are made off his ceilings. That is Julio Rodriguez's ceiling. He can be an MVP in this league. He's that good. He still has to hit it, though. There's a chance he could suck ass. There's 100% a chance he could suck. He could be terrible. But Francisco Alvarez, back to at number 8. I don't love that ranking. I think it's high. I think Francisco Alvarez, where did I have him on my list? I had Francisco Alvarez. I made this list about probably 6 months ago now. I made this in August. I had Francisco Alvarez at 27 for me. So just inside the top 30. I just think he has, I mean, he's young. He's young. He has a lot to learn still. He's only 19. He's going to be 20 this year. I just think he has a lot to learn as far as plate discipline and ball to bat skills. Like his low batting average at high A concerned me. What he did in low A was great. 417, 567 on base percentage, 1200 OPS. Like he dominated. Went to high A where he played the majority of the season, 330 plate appearances. Love the 22 home runs. Love the 22 home runs at 19 years old. 350 on base percentage is even fine at 19 years old. Like that's cool. OPS at 889 is fine. Like that's cool. Definitely above average. Like he did well at high A. 82 strikeouts in 84 games. Don't love it. 40 walks in 84 games is fine. I don't know. It just seems like I watched a decent amount. I follow Francisco Alvarez pretty strongly this year. And it seems like he either hits the ball really good or really bad. Like, that's just how it seemed. When you looked at the box scores, too, it was either like 0 for 4 or like 3 for 4. Like, seemed to be very streaky. He's young, but again, I like Francisco Alvarez. I think he's a good player. Like I said, I had him at 27. That's a very high ranking. I just don't think he's top 10. Not yet. Not yet. Again, seems like this dude loves catchers, but 8 is high and definitely not higher than Julio Rodriguez. Yeah, I need Trout to do better too. I bought his PSA 10 rookie this past year for $3,000. That's probably the most I'll ever pay for a sports card. So I want Trout to do better too. I need him to stay healthy. Shane Baz at number 7. And this is who I thought we would see. And who a lot of people have. I honestly, I don't think Shane Baz is a prospect anymore. He's never going back to the minor leagues unless it's for service time. He's really good. He's extremely good. He did really well in his 3 starts in the pros too. But this is where I want to talk about. Look at how many walks this dude had. 78 innings this year. He had 13 walks. This dude's control is so good. His strikeout rate, 78 innings and 113 78 innings, 113 strikeouts, elite. Like, the dude is really good. Like, I can't argue it. I like Grayson Rodriguez more than him still, but like Shane Baz, he's super good. He's very good. Gabriel Moreno at 6. I forgot he was in the top 10. I'm not putting Moreno in the top 10. Jeez. That is... I've said it a few times on this. There's some psychopathic stuff here, you guys. Moreno's good. Don't get me wrong. Very good. He has not shown much weaknesses since... Like, he's always been good, really. I guess 2019 he was just average. He hit 280 with a 337 on base percentage, 823 OPS. Like, he was fine. But just, I don't know. He did really well last year, but he got hurt. That's the problem. Played 32 games, 145 plate appearances. So, not a huge sample size. Or I guess combined 37 games, 159 plate appearances. 367 with a 434 on base percentage, 1060 OPS is nuts. 8 home runs in 37 games, nuts. Absolutely dominated in those 37 games. But it's only 37 games. Like, I don't think you can put someone in the top 10 over 37 games. I like Gabriel Moreno. He's in my top 50. I had him ranked higher than Francisco Alvarez when I made my last list. I had him at 29. Okay, I did have Alvarez higher than him, but right around the same ranking. I just can't put him there yet. I'm not saying you can't get there, but they're only 32 games. No. What's my take on Xavier Edwards? We'll get into that once I finish this list. I think Xavier Edwards is a good player. I like him a lot. Number 5, CJ Abrams. I like CJ Abrams. My opinion on CJ Abrams has changed a little bit because, like, similar to like Robert Hassel, similar to like Alec Thomas, similar to like Corbin Carroll, like CJ Abrams rakes everything offensively, and what he does at the plate is really sound, really smooth, just really good. Very well just in the batter's box. He's fast. He's athletic. He just doesn't have a lot of power, he did show power in spring training last year. I think he hit 4 home runs in spring training, which is pretty nuts. And they're all like huge moments too. Like, I think one was a grand slam. I think one was like a 3-run home run. Like, he did a lot of things well in spring training last year, but then he kind of disappointed me a little bit. Like, he had a slow start in Double-A, but he figured it out. Like, he got up to 296 batting average with a 363 on base percentage, 782 OPS, 2 home runs. 2 home runs in 42 games. I was hoping to see more. Like, I don't see him being like a big home run guy, but I was hoping Abrams was going to be like, in those 42 games, like maybe like 4 home runs or maybe 5 home runs. Like, to show like 10 home run to like 20 home run power. Like, if he hits 20 home runs in a season, like, he's gonna be really good. Like, he's gonna be stupid good. But again, I see him being like a leadoff hitter, 2-hole guy, protecting Tatis. I think he's really good. But I'm kind of having him towards the bottom of the top 10 now, just because his size and losing time during an injury, and I don't know. You guys know how it is. Like, people love power, and CJ Abrams doesn't have that much power. Still have him in the top 10, though, 100%. Still high on Abrams, super smart player. I agree. All right, number 4, Spencer Torkelson. You guys know how I feel about Torkelson. I'm an ASU boy. Forks up. Literally have my ASU thing right here. I have cards and an Xbox controller on it, but watched him play live in college many times. Best college hitter I've ever seen in my life in person. And I've gone to so many ASU games when ASU was a top 5 school all the time. Torkelson is special. Very special hitter. Doesn't chase a lot. Absolutely knows how to murder a baseball if you leave it over the plate. Like, Torkelson is a star. Absolute star. And I just, there's not a lot of downside for him, for me. Like, he does everything well. And like, I think he exceeded expectations for his first year. Like, he had so much hype on his name getting drafted number 1 overall, to literally doing what he did was phenomenal. And they threw him in high A for 30 games. He did really well. 312, 440 on base percentage, 1,000 OPS, 5 home runs. Like, that is the number 1 draft pick. That's what you do in high A coming out of college. Like, that's what you do if you have hype. Goes up to double A, and he split time between double A and triple A, but was pretty consistent. Well, let me see the splits on these. Okay, I don't think it will. But he was pretty consistent. You know, batting average wasn't all there, but that's as expected getting thrown there immediately. I mean, at the end of the day, he's still a 21-year-old kid who's barely faced any professional pitchers. But he 263, 373 on base percentage, 933 OPS, 14 home runs, and then in AAA, 238, which is lower than I would like for sure. But again, getting thrown into AA, then AAA, like back to back in your first year, like, it makes sense. 350 on base percentage still is great for that all happening. 881 OPS, love that. 11 home runs in 40 games. Like, the dude combined for 267, 383, 935 with 30 home runs in his first year. Like, get out of here. This dude's going to hit 30 home runs every single year he's in the MLB. Like, it's just going to happen. Torque green combo is going to be disgusting. I agree. This is probably going to be green right here. Yep. A lot of people have Green ranked higher than Torkelson now. And I really like Riley Green. Like, before Torque got drafted, Riley Green was my favorite prospect. Torkelson's my favorite now because he's an ASU guy. But Riley Green is my favorite prospect. I actually like Torkelson more than Riley Green. I think there's more certainty in Torkelson being an absolute star. Just because he does a lot of things right. Riley Green does too. He's a 5-tool player, and that Torkelson's not a 5-tool player. Riley Green's a 5-tool player who's very, very good. You know, between AA and AAA this year, 301, 387 on base percentage, 921 OPS. He had 24 home runs. Like, he's hitting next to Torkelson for probably the next decade. He's really good. Like, I do think there's still like more uncertainty with Riley Green panning out than Torque, just because my own personal biases and what I've seen Torque do. But I mean, Riley Green's right there. Like, I don't hate it. Like, Riley Green's probably in my top 5 too. Like, probably literally Torkelson 4, Riley Green 5. Like, probably how it is. But yeah, Riley Green's super good. 5-tool player. He can do it all. Absolute stud. I think it's because Green can play center field. That's true. Green's definitely more versatile defensively. And Riley Green, if he gets thrown in the major leagues tomorrow, he's probably winning a Gold Glove. Like, just the reality of it. He's probably going to win a Gold Glove. Like, he's that good defensively. Okay. Oh, shoot. I didn't realize he had Riley Green at 3. Okay, so now we're at 2. Bobby Witt Jr., I'm fine with it. I'm fine with Bobby Witt Jr. at 2. He's really good. Again, a little more uncertainty with Bobby Witt Jr. just because he hasn't seen a lot of professional pitching. Like, I could see him struggling his first year in the pros, but I could also see him ball out because he balled out this past year. 290 with a 360 on base percentage, 936 OPS, 33 home runs. This is my concern. 131 strikeouts in 123 games. That is absolutely my concern with Bobby Witt Jr. is, can he make up for, he's going to strike out a ton. He just is. He's going to strike out a ton in his first pro year if he's doing this right now. Can he make up for it when he doesn't strike out? That's what it's going to come down to, because that's crazy. 131 strikeouts in minor leagues is a lot. That is a lot of strikeouts. But he did make up for it in every other way possible. So, I mean, he's a 5-tool player. Has 29 stolen bases on top of 33 home runs, 35 doubles. Like, everything else is fantastic except for the strikeouts. So we will see on that. We will see on that. You have a Witt orange auto? Yeesh. I would have it Witt, Green, Adley, but that's just me. Okay. I mean, I really do think the top 5 is like interchangeable. I really do. Yeah, we'll see with Bobby Witt. I just think there's more red flags with him with those strikeout rates than some other guys like Julio Rodriguez. Like I would have Julio Rodriguez above Witt for sure. And then we have Adley Rutschman. I like Adley Rutschman, and the reason I think he's number 1 on this list and he's number 1 on my list is just because of the consistency. I do wish he was younger. It sucked that he lost an extra year. But he's a really good defender. He calls a really good game. Like, so underrated. Like, go look up. Like, I wish there was a way we could look at it of what his pitchers did when he was catching. Like, I don't know if that's available to us. But he was so... Like, anytime he was catching, I just felt like his pitchers did so well. Like, I cannot wait to see what he does defensively. But on top of his defense, his offense is just there. He's going to be a stupid good hitter in his major league career. He just does so many things right. Like, look what he did. So, I was big on Adley Rutschman in 2017. And this is when he wasn't even good at Oregon State. I think it was 2017 at least. Shoot, I meant to say baseball. What year did they win? 2018. Okay, so it was 2018. So it was right here. I was watching the College World Series, and I was like, this catcher is really good, like very good. And then they showed his stats. I was like, damn, this catcher is really good. So then I followed him into his senior year, and he did the same thing, like 411 batting average, 575 on base percentage, 1327 OPS, 17 home runs in the Pac-12, like stupid. And then he comes in 2019, does okay. He actually slumped super hard outside of his low A time, which is the most time he had. He actually did really well. But then 2021, the year off, didn't really skip a beat. Like, I kind of hoped he would be a little bit better, and he did fall off at the end of the year, if I'm not mistaken. I think his last couple of weeks were pretty rough. His last couple of weeks, or maybe even the last month, I think was pretty rough. Yeah, 272, 378, 868. Like, that is low for Adley Rutschman, because look what he did before this. Let's just take his numbers literally for the rest of the year outside of that month. 289, 401, 907, like, and then for a while, like for a while, like I want to say like maybe after first couple weeks, like he just got so hot for a while, like 331, 438, 1014 OPS. Like that's in like a month and like probably 5 weeks. He had 8 home runs. His ceiling is so good. And I was showing this actually. I was showing you guys this last week, but if anyone wasn't in here, Adley Rutschman is so good from the right side of the plate. It's silly. Absolutely silly from the right side of the plate. Versus left-handed pitcher as right-handed batter, he had 165 plate appearances this year. He hit 350 with a 439 on base percentage, a 1060 OPS, and 7 home runs. Right from the left side of the plate, he definitely swings for more power. He has a really explosive swing compared to his right-handed swing, which is a lot more smooth. 256, 377, 825, 16 home runs. It's definitely his power side, and I do think he improves on this as he gets just gets better. He has it all. I wish he was a little younger, but I get why Adley's there. I think Adley Rutschman fits in really well quickly too. I think he's probably the most confident of the top 10. Him and Torque probably, where I say when they make the pros, they're going to be good. Like, I don't see Adley Rutschman struggling. I mean, anything's possible, but like he's going to figure out. If you give him a full season in the pros, 500 plate appearances or 400 plate appearances, he's probably going to hit like 280 like his first year. Like, he's going to do fine. Look at Wieters' minor numbers and look at Adley, very similar. Matt Wieters was pretty solid, I remember. He was hyped up. Oops. He was hyped up. Let's actually see, what did he do in the minor leagues? So he had a very short minor league career. They got him up there quickly. Wow, he killed it in the minors. 355, 454, 27 home runs. Jeesh. Matt Wieters was good, though. Like, he was solid for a few years in Baltimore. Like, he was really solid. Like 22 home runs, 23 home runs, 22 home runs, hit 300. Or that's in AAA, my bad. Hit 288. Like, he just fell off super hard. That was his problem. All right. So now that we made it through the list, who wasn't on this list, you guys? Because I feel like I didn't touch on that last video that I did, or last live stream. So Andy Pages was on it this year. I was happy with that. Everson Pereira wasn't on it. I saw someone put that in the chat. Jairo Pomares was not on it either. Who else? Who wasn't on this? I'm just gonna pull up my list really quick just to see who wasn't on this. Garrett Mitchell wasn't on this. Tyler Freeman wasn't on this list. Xavier Edwards wasn't on this list. Seth Beer wasn't on this list. Trevor Howard wasn't on the list. Trevor Howard's not on a lot of people's list, though, which I'm not sure why, but he's not. Justin Foskey wasn't on this list. Blaze Jordan wasn't on this list. A lot of people. Jose Barrero or Jose Garcia wasn't on this list either. There's a lot of people that weren't on this list. Dan said Jake Berger. I don't think Jake Berger's in many people's top 100, though Jake Berger did do very well last year. I'm actually going to pull up the pipeline really quick just to see, because on my list I only do the top 50. I only do the top 50. So I want to see the lower end of this list. Who wasn't on this list? Benny Montgomery wasn't on it. And I'm only going to mention people I think that are really deserving to be on it. Like I said, Justin Foskey wasn't on it. Greg Jones is whatever, kind of. Gabriel Arias wasn't on it. I think he deserves to be on the top 100. I think Drew Wader still belongs in the top 100 too. JJ Bleday, I'm okay with him not being in the top 100 with how bad he was last year. Nolan Jones wasn't on it. You guys know I'm a big Nolan Jones guy. He's definitely dropped on the list, but I do think he's still in the top 100. Pepiot wasn't on his list, which I'm fine with. A lot of people have Pepiot on all their lists. Like I said, Garrett Mitchell wasn't on it, which I think was crazy. Jackson Joe wasn't on it. Sixto wasn't on it if you're considering him a prospect. Royce Lewis wasn't on it, but I'm fine with Royce Lewis not being on it. Emerson Hancock wasn't on it. With all the pitchers, I don't know how Emerson Hancock or Nick Lodolo or Max Meyer wasn't on that list. I'm actually shocked, to be honest. That's crazy. Jaron Duran, but I don't really rank him anymore. Anyone else? Any big snubs from the top of this list? No. That's a lot of people, though, not included. A lot of people. What's up, Backpack? What's up, everyone? Thank you, all of you, for showing up today. I'm gonna do. Actually, it's 2:00 already. I need to get going here pretty soon, so I'm not gonna do a Q&A today, unfortunately. I will talk to the chat a little bit though before we end and go through a couple things, but I do need to get off. I have a work call here in about 30 minutes I have to be on. Stott did look really good. Yeah, that's a lot of people that got snubbed, and those pitchers shocked me because this dude he wanted this to be the top 100 pitchers list, but he left out so many good pitchers. Ezekiel Duran wasn't on it either. I think Duran's solid. That's weird. I don't know why he left off those pitchers. Like all the college arms he didn't put on. But then you put in Cade Cavalli and Reed Detmer, so I don't know where his head was at. Max Meyer was definitely the most consistent arm last year that came out of the draft. What do you have, like a 2.0 ERA? Hancock was solid. I think Hancock got hurt, though, at the end of the year. But still. 5 years from now, what 2021 Topps rookie card will be the most sought after? Shoot. 2021. Who was in 2021? Cabrian Hayes, Jonathan India, Kelenic, Alex Kiroff, Trevor Larnach. Wander Franco is not in it. Alec Baum, Ryan Mountcastle, Carlson. Let's say Chrome from Topps Chrome. Dude, it's hard for me not to say. I do think Daniel Carlson's good, but it's hard for me not to say. I think Alex Kirilloff. I think he's going to be really good. I really do. It's hard, though. It's really hard. This 2021 class was annoying because none of them balled out this year. Like, there was such a boring Rookie of the Year race. Jonathan India did really well, but I don't think Jonathan India is going to be really good for a long time. But none of them, like, balled out. It pissed me off. It was annoying. I have a bad feeling Kelnick's going to be a dud. I called bust on him a while ago, to be honest. I'm rooting for him. I like Kelnick. I just, too many red flags. Andrew Vaughn in India. Jose Barrero. Jesus Sanchez, maybe. Little sleeper there. Sixto. I like Sixto a lot. I hope Sixto does what he should. If Sixto can ball out, he's going to be crazy. The Brian Hayes bounce back. Hayes definitely might bounce back. I actually have him as a bust too when I did Buster Boomer bust list. I had Hayes as a bust before the season started. Hey, Joe Adell, maybe. For sure. Vaughn's a stud. I like Vaughn a lot. I think Andrew Vaughn is going to have a really good year too. Like a really good year too. Adele a bust. I think Joe Adell can be good. I just think he swings too freaking hard. Like, I don't know. He's struggled every time he gets to the pros. But then he does really well in the minor leagues. It's just how it is sometimes. Got to tame himself. I vote Vaughn for best of 21 class. Fair. Casey Mize could be legit. I agree. Madrigal making a bounce back from his injury. Nick Madrigal. Yes. That's my dude right there. I believe in Madrigal. Absolutely believe in Madrigal. I don't think he's going to have the upside of some of these guys, but I do think there's a chance Nick Madrigal has the longest career out of all of them. For sure. Madrigal is going to be the annoying two-hole hitter for the Cubs for the next 15 years. Thoughts on J15? What's that? Who's J15? Plays my position and on my team. PC all day. I love that. Yeah, I think Andrew Vaughn's going to have a really good second year. He just was inconsistent this year, which is so not like him. Like, his college numbers are silly. Andrew Vaughn's college numbers are the Torkelson's, the Adley Rutschman's, like, just an absolute freak. .374, .539 on base percentage, 1243, 15 home runs his last year at Cal. Like, he's so good. So good. He was just inconsistent this year. That's all it was. He had some games where it was like, all right, this is the Andrew Vaughn I know. And there's so many inconsistent ones. He actually had a lot of hard hit outs too. But did we say Mountcastle? I don't think anyone did say Mountcastle. Just because Ryan Mountcastle, I mean, he's good. And I am a Ryan Mountcastle fan. I root for anyone named Ryan. Unless they're just a dick. But I don't know. I see him being like a 240 to 260 hitter. Not a great on base percentage. Like he had a 309 on base percentage last year. Yes, 33 home runs is sexy, but a 309 on base percentage is pretty bad. It's pretty rough. You don't stay in the major leagues with that on base percentage. Not for that long. So that's my concern there. And then obviously the 161 strikeouts in 144 games. A lot of swing and miss with Ryan Mountcastle. That's the only thing. No more J2 signing. It's now J15. Who dat? Oh, international signings that happen on January 15th. Oh. Shoot. Who just signed? Brian Acuna signed with the Twins. Is there a good website to look up who signed? I know the Pipeline has an international list, but I don't know if it's updated. I'm not sure if this is updated or not. I don't think it is. RES Beast. I like that. I think Trevor Rogers is a beast too. I think he's going to be so good. No, you guys, I appreciate everyone for coming out today to the live. If you're watching this on YouTube, I appreciate all of you for checking out the YouTube, but I got to get going. I do apologize. I have a work call. Matt wants me to do top 100 international prospects right now, but that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But no, yeah, I have a work call in like 15 minutes. I have to get on. This actually went a little bit longer than I thought it would. It always does. It always goes longer than I thought it was. I was like, I'll probably take like an hour and a half, and I can do like 30 minutes of Q&A. But no, it's already been 2 hours and 15 minutes. So yeah, you guys, thank you all for showing up. I appreciate it. I'm going to start trying to do this weekly, as long as there's something to talk about. Like when the Pipeline drops, I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to do one probably just of like me cleaning my cards, like just things like that. So I'm going to try to do this weekly, either on Monday or Tuesdays. I'm going to try to get that as a weekly agenda thing now. So no, I appreciate it. Thank you all for coming out. You guys have a great rest of your day. And if you're on YouTube, thank you for watching. Have a great day.